thing about it is my son, who's 7, is in the hotel room with me. And he's really into Pokemon cards right now. He's going through a Pokemon phase. Are you guys into Pokemon?
I was back in the day.
Okay,
yeah.
That's a big phase right now, I think, in general.
Yeah. So, I mean, he's really into it. So he's trying to talk to me about Pikachu. And I'm on the phone with Donald Trump. And I'm like, son, shut the hell up for 30 seconds about Pikachu. This is the most important phone call of my life. Please just let me take this phone call. And he doesn't care. He's like, he doesn't know what the President of the United States means. So Trump hears him and says, who is that? I'm like, that's my 7-year-old son. He's like, put him on speakerphone. And so I do. And Trump proceeds to read the statement that he's about to put out, making me his VP nominee. And he asks my son, he's like, what do you think about that? And my son's like, oh, it sounds pretty good, And he goes, okay, fine. And he hangs up the phone and the statement goes out 5 minutes later. And then my whole life changed. And that's how it happened.
Wow.
Yeah.
And what was the initial reaction that you felt just from the people of being the nomination?
First of all, people were super supportive and excited, right? So, you're at the RNC convention. There's, 10,000, 15,000 people there. And the biggest news of the week is who's the VP nominee going to be. So as soon as it gets announced, there's just this rush of positive attention and people, hugging you. Everybody you see is backslapping you. And that's very positive and very fun. My wife, who doesn't love the spotlight, she's not sort of one of these people who loves politics. She doesn't seek it out. She even was kind of getting into it because people were just so nice and friendly and saying all kinds of good things. And then for a few days I sort of joked that I got like a 24-hour honeymoon because everything goes really well, and then of course the media starts attacking you, right, which is what you sign up for and you expect it. But it's been 95% positive. It's just been a very cool experience.
Yeah.
And I mean, just like you take since he asked me to be his nominee, right? So I've been in Milwaukee, I've been to Vegas, we're going to Reno today, I've been to California, I've been to Michigan, I've been to Wisconsin, I've been to Pennsylvania. I mean, I've seen more in the country in the past 2 weeks.
I just wanted to ask, when did your opinion change on Trump? Because you weren't a Trump supporter back then, and what led to that?
Yeah. So it's funny because for a long time until Biden had this big debate gaffe that blew up his whole campaign, there was this thing where the media would say, well, Biden has bad memory, but so does Donald Trump. And I'm always like, what the hell are you talking about? Donald Trump remembers in excruciating detail everything I said about him 9 years ago, right? The guy has a memory like a steel trap. I wish that his memory was like Joe Biden. But, I was critical of Trump in 2015, 2016. And I think there are a lot of different things you could say about it. But fundamentally, it boils down to two things. Number one, I didn't think he was going to be a great president. I, in fact, thought he was a really good president, certainly the best president of my lifetime. And so when the facts change, I think thinking people should change their mind, right? Okay, I was wrong about the guy, and he was great. But there's something a little bit deeper, actually, where